610 WTVN.
All right, on the LegacyRetirementGroup.com phone line, let's spend a moment with Dallas attorney. It's Jeremy Rosenthal. Jeremy is the founder of TexasDefenseFirm.com. Jeremy, is this correct? I see you're about 3 degrees warmer than we are this morning, and we're at 12 degrees.
I think we're supposed to be colder than that, but yeah, sure, we're a balmy something. It's like snowing out there, and everybody goes crazy here. We can't handle this. Okay, we've got cowboys and pickup trucks and shotgun racks. This is not going to be good today. Not good.
I wanted to hear stories of the brisket you've got on the smoker for about 18 hours, but not at 15 degrees. You're probably not smoking anything.
We can do that. We're not tough like you guys. I mean, we go inside. We're soft. Just ask the Texas Longhorns. Who's quien es más macho, right? It's you guys. It's the Buckeyes.
That's right. Jeremy Rosenthal, Dallas attorney, joining us. A couple of things to cover this morning. Number one, the breakneck speed at which the Trump administration is working, and most recently, the headline is the federal judge refused yesterday to immediately block Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency from accessing government data systems and participating in worker layoffs. Your reaction to that, Jeremy, because there clearly wasn't enough evidence that Elon Musk was this rogue, unelected official coming in and like a bull in a china shop. That he, as most federal employees, serve at the pleasure of the president, who is actually the one making the decisions.
Tonya Chutkan, and if that name sounds familiar, she was the judge who presided over Donald Trump's January 6th prosecutions and made a lot of rulings against Donald Trump in that case. This is the judge who would not block Elon Musk in the DC district. So that's sort of what happened. What she ruled, when you're trying to block something, you're asking for an injunction, and the main ingredients for an injunction are two things. First, you have to show that you're probably going to win the lawsuit, right? It's a snapshot. It's like, Judge, I know we just filed this thing yesterday, but we think we're going to win, and here's why. And the second part, just as critical, is you have to show what's called irreparable harm. In other words, if you don't block this today, I will never be, we will never be made whole. This action is so bad that they're going to cripple whatever we're doing permanently. Take, for example, an injunction allowing me to go to my high school graduation, right? I can't ever get that back. That would be a perfect example of irreparable harm. Judge Chutkan ruled, okay, I'm going to hear this lawsuit out. It's going to take a while, but I don't think Department of Treasury, to the 14 Democratic states that filed in her court, she says, I don't see the irreparable harm here. So you have failed, and we're going to allow this to go forward. And if you guys are right in 9 months, 10 months, however long it takes this lawsuit, you'll win it. But I'm not stopping it for now.
Yeah, and that's I'll give that judge a ton of credit and credibility. I mean, she is a Obama appointed judge, and if she ruled against Trump on some J6 stuff and is essentially ruling for him or with him, that's how it should be, right? I mean, that's a good judge who is not putting political bias in place, not thinking about the president that nominated her and appointed her, but it's a ton of credibility to me there.
We don't get a lot of news these days about judges, about credibility of judges, and I think it's critical. I think it's important. I'm a lawyer. I mean, I joke a lot, and I'm serious a lot too. I mean, about the evil of the Texas Longhorns, and you guys are talking about that plane crash in Toronto, right? South Park said it best: blame Canada. I mean, I joke a lot about these things. But in all seriousness, I mean, I'm a lawyer. I love what I do. I believe in the courts. It's important that we believe in our judges at all times. And so we love good news. We love to hear that people have faith in their rulings. It matters. It matters in your child custody case. It matters when you're seeking an eviction. It matters when you get screwed by the used car dealer. it's not just in Washington, D.C., it's everywhere and it matters.
Those are great points, and it certainly is refreshing these days. As you point out, Jeremy Rosenthal, a Dallas attorney, you can find him at texasdefensefirm.com. The other story I wanted to get to before we let you get back to 15-degree weather there in Texas is the Justice Department is moving to dismiss the federal charges against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. What's the story there?
This is a circus, a big-time circus. Eric Adams indicted for bribery by the Biden administration, and they're saying that he took lavish trips, that he got campaign contributions, he got all sorts of illicit funds. In return, he sort of green-lighted a Turkish consulate and sort of said, okay, we don't need to inspect you guys. I'm sure the elevators are fine. Just shut up and give them their permit. It was kind of one of those. He got indicted, and he has since been very lovey-dovey with the Trump administration, has since sort of come on board with the immigration policy. The Trump administration openly said, Tom Homan and Emil Bove, who is the deputy director, said, well, we like this, and we're going to dismiss this case against you, but not permanently. We're going to keep it here. We're not going to dismiss this with prejudice. And they have, I mean, this is Tom Homan on a talk show, and Emil Bove on one of Donald Trump's former lawyers said, yeah, this is, we're gonna sort of, get what we need out of Mayor Adams. And it has caused a wave of resignations, as you might expect, at the Justice Department.
Yeah, and he has pled guilty and not guilty to all those charges. So that is a continuing saga, as they say. All right, Jeremy Rosenthal from TexasDefenseFirm.com. So if you're smoking a brisket, do you use the hickory or the mesquite smoke, or a combination?
Jeremy's a lawyer. Jeremy uses the microwave.
You've got a Traeger. You got a.
I've got a green egg. And it's a little too, like I said, we're soft here, man. We put up this big front, but we are. My law partner is out there right now. He's got like the app on his phone, and he's got like his little thermometer. So he's out there, and I just hide under the bed, and I wait for him to bring it to the office.
Well, good to talk to you, brother. Stay warm in Dallas at, I think, a high temp of 20-something degrees today. We'll talk again next week. Jeremy Rosenthal, TexasDefenseFirm.com. Have a good one, dude. Thanks.
Go Buckeyes.